Hello, welcome back to the channel. I've said multiple times I have so many WIPs ongoing and I don't want that many. Now that it is the new year, I am officially going to be working on getting these WIPs down. So I'm going to make a little series of trying to get some of these things done because I have such a big issue of completing one thing and then having 3 more ideas that I put on the list and then technically start and then never get to finishing. Because I'm not counting my ideas because I actually made a spreadsheet last year to keep track of my creative projects because it's like out of sight, out of mind. I have a drawer as well where I'm keeping all my WIPs, which I will show you shortly. Well, it's keeping majority of them. Because my other issue is some of them, it was hard to classify what was a WIP for me, because mine isn't like just like with videos online where it's just like one medium, like crochet, knitting, or like one particular thing. I dip my toe in every little craft and little thing I can do, so I have so many different things. So it's good in that sense that if I'm not feeling like painting, I don't have to paint, I can do something else. I could do clay, I could do bookbinding, I could do latch hooking, it could be anything. But that also gets you in the trouble of, if you never feel like that, you never get back to that project. And I need to get it down because my current count is 20. I currently have 20 projects ongoing, and I really need to get that number down. Like I said, it was hard to classify what was what because there's certain long-term projects that cannot be done like even within the year. And like I had said before, I'd like to get down to 3. That's not possible because my long-term projects would fill up all those, and that's just not reasonable. You need some more short-term wins, because my avatar screen cap project, which I started technically I think in 2023, that's actually, I started in 2024, didn't work on it all in 2025, which is really bad because I was just not motivated for it, but I am this year. But that is a project where I'm doing all 3 book screen caps, 2 per episode, and each book has like 20 episodes, so there's 40 paintings per book, so whatever 40 times 3 is, 120 paintings. That is not going to be done like quick. It is going to take a lot of time and many years, obviously, because it's already done that and I've not been motivated for that particular project. But some of these things, they're just, I need to get done sooner. And then certain things as well, I could have classified them as technically supplies because they don't have a particular project in mind, but I've already started making something that's gone too far for me to put it in supplies currently. But going through this series, I might put it to supplies. So, like I said, I have 20 WIPs. I'm hoping for each episode to do 2 to 3, work on them. Like I said, if I do get a long-term project, because I made what people always do, I made a wheel with all my ongoing projects. I'm hoping to work on 2 to 3 per episode, but it kind of depends on what spins and how much work I want to get done on the project. Because, like I said, a lot of these won't be finished. If I could get at least 1 finished per episode, that'd be amazing. But if I end up spinning all the long-term projects, they're not going to be finished. They're just going to... But progress will be made, so that'll be great. And if I decide just to cut some of these when they come up, I will just try to save what supplies of it I can, and I will use it for some other project down the road. So for the first spin, I've not even spun this wheel. So hopefully I have updated it because I recently started a new project, but I actually went through and finished it in like a few days. Well, it was like 5 to 7 days, which was great. And I started another project, which I worked on. I started another project this morning, which has brought me up to the 20. But anyways, here we go. Wow. I got your choice, which isn't the best option for the very first spin. I got your choice, which isn't the best to start to get me like motivated to work on something. I think it would have been worse if I hadn't done anything yet today, but I have started something today. So I'm just going to continue working on it, because I could possibly finish it or get it to the stage where it's just drying. Because this morning, I started working on a birthday present for my sister. So I made a clay crow worry stone, in a sense. So this is what I have. I did the formation and I used oven baked clay, and I made a crow. I am going to go in and paint all the white. It's just like I didn't like all of it. I didn't want all of it to be black, so I'm going to go in with a different like tonal black for the beak, eyes, and the feet. The eyes are different sizes. It is what it is. It's just a gift for my sister. It's not supposed to be super professional, i.e. some of this I should have smoothed down more and everything, but it just kind of I just took it out of the oven, but I also made a little lighting. I made a waffle. You can't really tell. I also made a clay waffle, because this is going to be, I'm going to try to make them keychains. I did punch holes in them, so I'm hoping to just put some eye pins on the keychain, and it will be a Six of Crows thing, because I'm trying to do different themes, because I did, which I could show you. Okay, so I can show you what project got me back up to 20. Well, no, this is the project that I had started, finished quite quickly, and then that clay project got me back up to 20, and it is this, like, wall hanging. It's Avatar The Last Airbender theme, just Water Tribe. Nothing makes any sense with this, because I did not watch any tutorials or anything. I was like, I want to just use up my yarn, so I did this project, so it makes no sense. Like, nothing of this is correct or anything. I just had a dowel that was extra that my dad gave me. I used just yarn and did like a simple in one out. I had just this that was from a to hang like a shelf on a wall type thing, and I just used it there. It doesn't look great, but the coloring's fine. And then I didn't actually, like I said, look up anything. So I was like, I don't know how to do the designs there. So I just had separate pieces of fabric stitched on and then painted the black section, so you can't really see. I'll try to get some better footage, but so I just have the Water Tribe logo, because if she was a bender, she'd be water. Sokka's boomerang, and then just some waves, and then I couldn't figure out how to like sew it on to the actual material without it like shifting and moving, because it's not like tight weaving. So I just super glued it on, and hopefully it sticks. I do need to like air it. I had it sitting under some books, but I just took it out and I can still smell the glue, which is strong. So, and I also like to wait like 48 hours for it to dry, and I just did it yesterday. So that is one thing, but that was a long time to say that was the Avatar The Last Airbender project. I'm trying to move it somewhere else, so I'm doing, this is the Six of Crows themed one, because that's all I go to for my sister. We swap pretty much. Oh, we don't have an idea of what to get you. It's something Avatar or Six of Crows. That's just what it is. So I got the waffle and the crow started, and that is what I will be working on, I guess, today. I can, if I actually say strong, I could finish this. We'll get it to the where varnish is drying. So I will see you in a moment. So just an update. As you saw, I finished painting those pieces and I put the first set of varnish on it. When I'm waiting, I wait a long time for it to dry to make sure it's fully dry. Then I'm going to flip it and do the other side. But because I'm just now waiting, I'm going to go ahead and do the second spin for the video to figure out what I do next, because it's just drying stage now. So I've got the wheel. Oh, I have headphones in, so there's no audio. Oh, that's sketchbooks. The issue is also why I've not finished these. It's because I don't have any paper. All the paper I have is this. And there are 3 signatures of probably 4 pieces of paper each. This one might be 5. This middle one looks like it could be 5. So these are the only papers I have left. So I can definitely use it to make at least 2 of these sketchbooks can be done. So it'll be progress. So I probably won't do. I might just do my sketchbooks. I think I'm gonna say no to these big ones and no to this, because that's gonna take more thinking, that one. I think I'm going to because this, I would just cut off the extra on the edge for this, and then for like this one, there would just be extra room, which I could either do that or I can cut technically. I could finish 3 because it seems like if I cut them in half I can fill 2 of these, so that'd be good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to say goodbye for this one for now. So I think I'm going to use these papers for this one, and then these pages for 2 of these. Okay, I said I would show you my WIP drawer. This is the bottom drawer of my dresser that I just keep all the ongoing projects. I have more long-term projects over there, and then more short-term things that can be done quite quickly. So I have just a bunch of stuff in here. In this box and bag I have cross-stitch bookmarks I need to complete. That's a diamond painting. Under here I have a bunch of sketchbooks that need to be finished. Some paper here for at least some of them. More sketchbooks, a squishy, some cards I was painting, a painting for my carnival series that I need to just fix. I have some clay things, pedestals, more clay things to deal with. I have these which aren't particular part of a project, but I need to find some use for them because I made a custom doll for my mom for Christmas, and I was going to make new hair, but I just ended up using the doll hair. And then in this container, and these flowers are actually for my mom's birthday decoration that I need to figure something out for. So currently, this is the state of this drawer. I just recently cleaned and sorted it. So hopefully we can get this down to like just using half the drawer. Like, I don't need this space for anything in particular, but it'd be nice to just have less. If I could just have like this section be like, okay, a few ongoing things, that'd be great. Okay, I'm back. I'm needing to film this outro. I got, at the end of January, middle of January, got sick. So everything got put on the back burner. So I'm just going to show you what I accomplished in January, which is still a lot. And then I will get back to this project at a later date, but I need to move on to stuff for February because there's deadlines coming up. But in this video, as far as I remember everything that was made and projects were worked on, which was this little crow, 6 crows were worked keychain, which was one of the things I needed to get done for this month. The second thing I know that was worked on was I completed 3 sketchbooks for myself. So I have 2 of these square strawberry ones and 1 of these floral ones. The binding is trash because I had to work with scraps that had already punched holes in, which was a mess. If they didn't have holes punched into them, I could have binded these correctly, but I didn't. But these are personal use for future projects and stuff, so I have those 3. So I have some of those done. I have so many more left to do. And then I'm going to show you the other thing I spun was the last one, which was my avatar screen cap project. I made progress, which is the goal, especially for this one, but I did not get like anything done because I did go through, pick different screen caps. So I have episode 4 sketched out and everything. I'm not a good drawer, but this is the purpose of this project. So I have both screen caps for episode 4 drawn out and episode 5 and the first one of 6 sketched out. So I will need to get to coloring and actually do like the majority of the work for this, but I will get to that when I have time, because I did that when I was sick, getting sick. So, and when I'm sick, I just had to be in bed. I couldn't be at my desk working and stuff. But other things I got done in January, I didn't spin it, but I did decide one night just to work on clay pieces that I had. So I just made some magnets, bell bud, teal bell bud, these are just mine, just ZB1, because in the fields, and then just blue flower and stuff. So I did those 3. So I got these 3 off my WIP thing. I also finished a cross stitch bookmark, which I'm really happy with this because this also has the deadline for April, but I got it done a lot sooner, so I don't have to worry about this going forward, which I am happy for. I got that done. And the other thing I got done in January that I'm really happy with was I got this for a latch hook kit for Christmas. It's latch hook dragon rug. It was just from Amazon. But I really love it because like this is my color palette besides the pink. If this like brighter pink wasn't there, it's like my color palette and stuff. But I'm actually gonna hang this on the wall, even though it's a rug technically. It is not perfectly to the pattern because I messed up in like the rug, because you're supposed to go based on the pre-printed canvas, but I was originally going by the paper pattern, which has messed stuff up, so I had to just reconfigure stuff. But now that I've not looked at it and not like actively working on it, it doesn't bother me, and it doesn't look like completely messed up, even though it's not technically all the way correct, but I'm really happy with that. So I got quite a few WIPs things done. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 WIPs done, and I worked on another one, which is a long-term project. So I think that's pretty good. I did realize I miscounted my WIPs in the very beginning. In the beginning I said had 20. I reconfigured what was counted, because at first I had like these labeled as 3 different things, even like technically there are, but I count it as one project. So I changed it to that, and there was other things that had similar issues where they were counted as multiple. but I was like, it should just be one because it's one project but just multiple parts. So I think now technically I am at actually 20 now, but that number, like I said, goes ups and down. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, night, or evening wherever you are. Peace.